IMF sends a mission to Russia, 9 countries take urgent action. Mr. Putin clearly declares his position, victory belongs to Moscow. The IMF will become the first major international organization to send an official mission to Russia since February 2022. This decision surprised a number of European countries. IMF announced plan with Russia, EU was surprised. Reuters UK news agency reported on September 13 that 9 European countries have spoken out against the International Monetary Fund's plan to resume the plan to send a mission to Russia. The reason given by these countries is, resuming dialogue with a country that is conducting a military campaign against another country will damage the reputation of the IMF, and in this case also, brought a propaganda victory to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Previously, when Russia launched a special military campaign in Ukraine in February 2022, the IMF decided to suspend annual consultations with Moscow. Many Western countries have raised the possibility of expelling Russia from the IMF. But this goal is difficult because members with large voting quotas such as China and India do not agree. On September 2 this year, responding to Reuters, Russian IMF Managing Director Alexei Mazin said that the International Monetary Fund will restart online consultations with Moscow on September 16, and at the same time continued to send an IMF mission to Moscow to work with Russian officials until October 1. With the current plan, the IMF will become the first major international organization to send an official mission to Russia since February 2022. On September 11, at a meeting of European Union, EU, envoys, France, Belgium and Poland, as well as a number of Baltic and Northern European countries, said they were very surprised by the decision of the IMF. Lithuania's representative revealed that the country plans to send a letter to IMF Director General Kristalina Georgieva and hopes to have some EU members sign it to express concerns about a seemingly impossible process. Seems to be moving towards normalizing relations with Moscow. In addition, some countries in the EU plan to directly question Ms. Georgieva about her cooperation plan with Russia at the meeting of EU finance ministers and central bank governors held in Budapest today. 9 European countries sent petition letters. According to information obtained by Reuters, the petition letter from EU countries has now been sent to Ms. Georgieva. In the letter, the finance ministers of 9 countries, including Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, Denmark, Norway and Poland, simultaneously expressed their strong opposition to the plan. IMF plan for Russia. According to Reuters, the content of the letter mentioned that, as the country that launched the military campaign first, Russia could not benefit from the IMF's advice, and if the IMF carried out the above plan, it would be in good faith. Of countries that have long funded Ukraine through the fund's initiatives will decline because trust has been damaged. What recommendations does the IMF want to make to Russia after consultations? How to better manage the war economy? A senior European official asked donors, for Ukraine, can choose other organizations such as the World Bank or the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. Also, according to the letter, any data that Russia provides to the IMF will be pre-screened by Moscow to prove that the Russian economy is developing well and can withstand sanctions from the West. Therefore, the IMF's assessment based on these data will not be accurate. In addition, the content of the letter said that Russia could use the IMF plan for its own propaganda purposes, thereby bringing a propaganda victory to President Putin, while damaging his reputation of the fund. For those reasons, we call on the IMF not to resume cooperation with Russia, and to continue to comply with the principles of the Charter of the United Nations, UN, finance ministers of 9 countries stated. We call on all international financial institutions, including the IMF and its management, to continue to refrain from activities related to Russia and not to resume dialogue as long as Russia continues its war in Ukraine. Thank you for watching Kwok Bin News TV channel. Please follow, like and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest information.